Onward and upward to bigger and better things. So, over the last 2 years that I've been doing this, I've said this a number of times. Perfection is the enemy of progress. This video is not going to be perfect. Nothing I do is ever going to be perfect. That's because personally, I don't believe in perfection. And interestingly, I don't think that people want perfection, because perfection is artificial. So let's talk about that. Stick around. How you doing, everybody? You're back at the Content Creator Core, and I'm Andy. And yeah, we're still out here in my shop, okay? There are a number of reasons why that is. Part of the reason is because I like being out here. The other part is because this space, as I said in an earlier video that you can see up here, this space is really important to me. As a lot of you might know, over the years, I've been many things. I've been a machinist and a millwright. I've been a cook. I've been a web designer. I've been a roadie and a DJ. And I often like to say that I have a long and illustrious history of used-to-bes. And I don't look at that as a bad thing. I don't look at anything that I've done in the past as being a failure. If anything, all they were opportunities to learn and build out more skills. And I'm a skills collector. I'm a skills junkie. I like being able to do a little bit of everything, you know? And that old saying, the jack of all trades is a master of none. I call bullshit on that. A jack of all trades is one of the most useful people to have in your back pocket. And I like being that guy. It's afforded me the opportunity to do so many interesting things throughout the course of my working life. And not only my working life, but my artistic life. But when you're a master of none, for lack of a better way of referring to it, you do oftentimes run up against the phenomena of not getting things quite right. And, you know, that happens. And a lot of that is because we might be impatient. We might not take the time to really dive in and master a skill. But being out in this space gives me the opportunity to retool and recharge for what happens in my studio over on that side of the wall. And the other thing is that I want to be doing other content, other videos for other projects that require being out here. So it's kind of time to figure out how well I can film out here. And I imagine this looks considerably different than the last video that I did, which is on my phone. But I bring this up to you as a question. Did that video on my phone, did it look bad? Was it boring? Was it distracting in some way? By that, I mean, was the quality distracting to the message? I imagine you're probably going to say no. And I would agree with you. So this video is to tell you, no matter where you are in your artistic process, whether it's video creation or writing or voiceover and voice acting, just start the process. Now, way back in my history here on YouTube, I did a video called Just Start. That's the theme. That was the MO of that video. And it's still to this day one of my most popular videos. It's around about 475 or so views and a lot of likes. And that was specific to voiceover and voice acting. The message hasn't changed. If you're interested in pursuing this kind of creative work, content creation, writing, music, you can fall prey to that fear that we all have of it's not going to be good enough. My results are going to suck, and people are going to be critical of me and look upon me as just some dumb wannabe. Everybody who's an expert started their artistic process as a wannabe. At some point in time, we're all wannabes. The thing that you should concentrate on is being a wannabe of getting better. I want to be getting better. That's what makes artists successful. There are very few artists, and notice I just couched it as very few, right? Because there are some exceptions. But there are very few artists who just savant their way into an artistic body of work. The first things that they do probably kind of suck, but they come back and they do it over and over and over again. There's something to be said about returning to the scene of the crime, as it were. Short video today. Here's the slug line. Start where you are. Just start. Right now, I'm set up in my garage and I got one actual softbox here, primarily just to see if I could fit it in here. And then over here, I got a fancy schmancy clamp light, with a 150 watt headlight in it and a terrible color temperature. Is that getting in the way of my message? This kind of art, and make no mistake, just showing up and being on YouTube is art. It is creation. It is making. And I just want you guys to know that you've spent 2 years watching me try to perfect something. Now let's spend some time together just watching me go through the process again, with the ability to maybe show you more and share more about what it takes to be a creator. Because if you weren't already a creator, you wouldn't be watching me. So right now, go create something that only you can. We'll see you later, everybody. Bye-bye.